Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Stamp Together Saturday. This is Amy Rich. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm thrilled to share a simple card with you every week. And I am glad that you are joining me. Whether it's live or later, please let me know that you're here because it's always fun to see who has popped in to watch. And today's card is super cool and simple as usual. And I can't wait to see what you are creating with. And I don't know, perhaps you are creating live with me here. And if you are, please let me know. I always like to see if you are creating live. I usually post the instructions a couple days to a week before we get together. And so you can check out those cutting instructions and join me for a great good time. One of the instructions today was that you could emboss a piece of cardstock. But I also noticed when I was cutting mine that, hi, Eerie Broomstick Heart, that's so funny. When I was cutting mine, I have one wrong measurement. I have I have a piece of cardstock that is wrong, and I'll tell you when I get to that, but it is the second color of coordinating cardstock, I believe, that was off just a little bit. So I will warn you when we get there. So what is up, everybody? Here in southern Minnesota, we have been crazy hot last week, and now this week we're getting a little closer to normal, I guess. And I am still kind of waiting for fall. But are the fall colors changing near you? Are they changing? I don't know. What kind of trees do you have? Do they change? Here, I love seeing the oaks and the maples, of course. They are always very pretty, but we have a little color starting, but not a whole lot just yet, and waiting for that to happen because that's like one of my favorite things. Especially, we have a couple hillsides where you can just see all of the leaves changing, and that's always fun. So we've done enough chit chat. So let's get started and get this card complete. Couple issues. My phone came out of my stand, so that was interesting. But all right, the card measurement that is just a wee bit off was this one. It is supposed to be 2 1/8 by 2 5/8, and I believe I had written 3/8, so it's just a little bit different. But we're not going to layer them like this anyway. So if you are creating along with, it's okay because we're going to be doing this instead. So if it's a little bit off, it might not change too much. So Joan says out west they have a lot of fall colors. That's good. I love that time of year. It's like my favorite thing. So, all right, first thing we're going to do is fold our card in half. And like I said in the opening, I said you could emboss this piece. I did not, but got a little bit too zoomed in there. But you certainly can. And for me, I'm using basic black because for Halloween week with Stampin' Nut, we have to do a Halloween card, right? All right, so definitely emboss this if you would like. And then we are going to take our piece of mine is pumpkin pie, and I'm going to add that to the card at an angle, kind of off to the side a little bit here, like this. And I just remembered my stamp set is put away. I actually put stuff away last night, not thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to need that for tomorrow. So I'm going to have to probably get up and grab that because I do want to finish this card. And then there is on this piece a right way up because the bats are right way up instead of upside down. So I did have to take a look at that. And I'm just going to add that straight onto my card. So it's going to layer something like this. So if you've got that embossing in the background, you can really choose whatever coordinates with your designer series paper. This one would be easy to do the circles embossing folder or the plaid. But like I said, I chose to leave it plain so you could see both, or a simple option if you wanted. All right, I got my stamp set in hand. I am going to use Spooky Halloween, and this is a small sentiment, which is, I think, 2.5 by 1, I believe is the measurement here. So I'm just going to grab my No Tricks, All Treats. And I would probably, if I was giving this card in person, I would probably add some little treats or candies with it. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. So you can choose whatever color works for your card. And then we're going to pop that up. This layout, super simple, and I snagged it from Create with Celine, and her card is very pretty. I found it on Pinterest, but I always mix up the DSPs to suit what I want to use. And we're going to add this over here. So if you think about your card as having the same amount of space up here as you do over here, that kind of helps you think through placement. And then we're going to add a bow. So, or you could do a knot if you wanted. You could just tie it in a knot like this. Or you could do a bow. Now, one thing about the ribbon that I'm using, this is the Timid Tiger in color ribbon. And I chose it because there's no pumpkin pie ribbon. So this coordinates pretty well. And it's just a little different shade of orange. So once you've got your bow, and I'm gonna have to play with mine for just a second here. But once you've got your bow the way you like it, and sometimes I flip it over and like it better the other side. I don't in this case, so I'm gonna go with it. Then we're gonna add our mini glue dot to the back of my ribbon. And then I'm just going to add it right down here. That kind of brings the color all together. You can see it's a little bit, Timid Tiger is a little bit more timid than pumpkin pie. But I really like being able to use that ribbon to coordinate just fine with what I got. So what do you think? Simple layout, just a little kitty wampus action going on here. And I know that bothers some people. So if it bothers you, put it straight up and down. I get it. I do. And then you can do all kinds of different DSPs and, just all kinds of different things. So I'm just reading comments. There aren't a lot of you live today, and you're not particularly chatty. So it is, gosh, are these Saturday mornings seeming earlier to you? To me, they kind of seem like they're getting earlier. Maybe it's just I'm getting older and it's harder to get moving in the morning. But yeah, lots of fun, easy layout. I would love to see yours in the comments. And I know a lot of you just come and watch. And perhaps you make it later if you like the layout. Come back later. Come back in a year and put it on here. I would love to see that you're still creating using the layouts that I'm sharing. So, and Carla is creating, and I know she will share hers in the comments. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm going to flip the camera back. We have exciting times here with Stampin' Up! Right now, and that is because of the amazing deals on the starter kit right now. And so if you're interested in the join promotion, let me know. I think our team has grown by 4 right now, maybe 5. So that is super exciting. And the Not So Average Stampers are always supportive of each other and happy. And we're actually meeting just after this. So we're going to be on Zoom and having a ball. So if you are interested, let me know. In the meantime, I hope you keep creating. There's so many great products coming out. This coming Wednesday, I'm not using brand new products you haven't seen before, but I am doing a What's Up Stampers Plus. It is going to start at 12:30 instead of 1 o'clock. So come and join me for that. I'm going to make, I'll be here for an hour, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. And then the week after that, we're going to look at some sneak peek products during What's Up Stampers. So come and watch when I am here. I'd love to see you back again on Wednesday this week at 12:30. And can't wait. See you then.